So please welcome this week's special guest, Louise. Shazia, what is Louise to you?
Well, this is Louise, and she's the bride that I gave a black eye to on her wedding day.
Steve, how do you know Louise?
This is Louise, and one morning she thought she'd discovered my corpse.
And finally, Lee, what is your relationship with Louise?
This is Louise. We once modelled as a happy, carefree couple in a sales brochure for caravans.
So there we have it. David, where will you begin?
Shazia, so it was her wedding day?
Yes.
Did you know her?
Yeah, I used to work with Louise.
So how did it happen?
We were in the church, and there was about 200 people there.
Yeah.
Then, at the end, all the guests came out first, and we all had confetti. And I was holding my mobile phone. And as they were coming out of the church, the photographer shouted, "Oh, throw the confetti." I just got really excited and I threw the mobile phone. And the mobile phone hit Louise in the eye.
And what happened?
I didn't realise, actually, that my phone had gone.
I was thinking more about her than...
Well, there was a bit of a delay, and then Louise just went, "Ah!" And it was where the phone had hit her face.
Yes.
And she just went, "Oh, that hurt, that hurt." Everybody was like, "Are you OK? Are you OK?"
Did everyone repeat everything twice?
I didn't realise that I had thrown the phone. I just went, "What? Are you OK? You know, are you OK? Are you OK?" Then I saw my phone on the floor.
Yeah?
And I was like, "Oh, my God, that's my phone." I went, "Oh, my God, that's my phone."
Yeah.
And
Too many repeats on the BBC.
And I said, "Oh, my God, Louise, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Are you OK? Are you OK? She said, "I'm fine, I'm fine." I didn't think it was that serious.
Yeah, how does she behave during the reception?
Because I've known her for quite a long time. She said, "Oh, don't worry about it."
OK, Louise forgives you. How do other people behave to you at the reception? Because you are the person that outside the church chucked a phone at the bride's eye.
They were fine about it because they knew I wouldn't do that on purpose and ruin the wedding day.
Who would?
Well,
Say that like that's a good trait you've got. Lovely woman, Shazia. Oh, absolutely love. The kind of woman who would never throw a phone deliberately at a bride's face. Oh, that's lovely.
Who would you like to quiz next?
Steve, so your story is that Louise discovered what she thought was your corpse.
Yes.
So what was it?
It was me pretending to be dead.
Why would you pretend to be dead?
Tax.
I write with my friend, Reece Shearsmith, and every morning when we go to our office, whoever arrives first pretends to be dead, so that when the other one comes in, they go, "Oh, my goodness, you're dead." And it's just a funny way we like to start our day.
OK. So on this day, you'd arrive first.
I'd arrive first, because we arranged to meet, say, 10-ish or 10:30-ish. So I took my belt off and put it around my neck. I undid my trousers and I put my laptop across my chest like this. And I had my eyes closed and the door opened and I heard a scream. And it was Louise. It wasn't Reece.
It's only right that I say at this point that obviously putting a belt around your neck isn't a good idea. Stick with your waist.
And did you previously know Louise?
Yeah, Louise is landlady of our office, so...
The landlady of your previous office, so it is.
Yes.
So you're lying there, you hear the scream. What happens then?
Louise disappears pretty sharpish, and I sort of have to try and pull my trousers up and sort of toddle after her and say, "It's just a game that me and Reece do. We...
Well, that doesn't make it any better.
That's worse, Steve.
Let me ask you, Steve, is this something that you've carried on, you and Reece?
We have carried on, although we've graduated now to other things.
Such as?
The story does not get better.
No. The new one is urinating in the corner of the office. It's a very new one. We're just trying it out.
So the idea is that whichever of you comes to the office last, there's some sort of tableau of either death or urination.
Exactly, you get it, you understand.
And this is while you're writing inside number 9.
That's what kicks us off into our day, yeah.
Lee.
Just remind us of your statement.
This is Louise, and we once modelled as a happy, carefree couple for a Caravan brochure.
When did this happen?
This happened in the late 80s.
Pre your enormous celebrity.
Don't mock.
What? No. OK, sorry. Pre your moderate celebrity.
Correct.
OK, so why you?
Because they wanted to say that caravans were for younger people than had traditionally been buying caravans.
OK, why didn't they get a model?
What are you trying to say, Dave?
Someone who is more conventionally attractive than you.
Because you weren't available.
All right,
that's the way to get you. Killing with kindness.
So, OK, what was the brand of caravan you were advertising?
There wasn't a brand, it was a man that sold caravans.
Oh, for a dealership?
A dealership,
What was the name of the dealership?
I think it was called Brown's.
Brown's Caravan.
Not to be... I think he used to call it Brown Caravans, but then he realised that's confusing because they only come in white. So he added the S.
Where were the caravans when you were photographed in and around them?
What part of the country?
Where were they parked? In the showroom? Was it on, you know, with a nice holiday setting with a view of the sea? Or
it was in a showroom and on a nice holiday setting with a view of the sea. And it was in Tenby, South Wales.
What were you doing in Tenby?
I'm not going through it again.
A photo shoot! So you've travelled... You've travelled... Did Brown's Caravans organise the transport to Tenby?
I was already living there. I was a holiday host at the caravan site for the people on holiday.
OK.
And the showroom man who sold caravans said, would you take part in the photo shoot with one of our sales assistants? Because it was fairly, you know, it was caravans, it wasn't yachts.
Was that the slogan?
Can you remember any of the poses that you had to strike?
Oh, yeah.
Could you recreate them for us?
Yes. Can I use Louise in this?
No, you cannot.
Oh. Well, it's going to look like one of us is making more effort to sell the caravan. There was a various poses. I remember this one. They said, can you just make it sort of look like you're not being photographed? And obviously I'm a good actor, so I just sort of went...
What else did they ask of you?
They said, pretend you're cooking but having fun. So I did that, but then I'd sort of go...
What about putting it up?
Putting it up? You're thinking of a tent. This is a caravan.
No. I'm thinking outside a nice caravan, there'll be an awning.
Well, sorry if this gets too technical, but yeah. It used to take ages, sorry about this, but you did ask me.
And what about the bedroom?
I haven't finished yet. I'm locking it in place. Put down the safety poles, I'm not an idiot.
OK. Did you have any...
Raining now, isn't it? Your fault, that.
Did you...
Wait.
Did they want you to do anything in the bedroom?
Yes. They wanted to suggest, get your caravan, have a bit of romance in it.
So what was the pose you struck that summed that up for them?
We lay on the bed like this, and you've got to imagine... what's her name again?
Louise.
Louise. You've got to imagine... Well, it was just a one-night stand, wasn't it, Louise? She said, how do you want us to do it? And they said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, do you want to sort of post? You know, like... after the event, shall we say?
Oh, I see.
So we tried that at first. Then they said, maybe you look like you're just cuddling up. But it's nice, so I sort of went like that, and I may have draped a leg. And then they said, This is what about spoon? So we did a little spoon at one point like that. You can't spoon, can you? What do you do with the right arm? I've never known. What do you do with the right arm when you're spooning? Possible, isn't it? So they got a one-armed man in for that shot, and then...
All right, we need an answer. So, is Louise Shazia's bruised bride, Steve's frightened friend, or Lee's caravanning companion?
I mean, they all sound really, really bad. If you know... if any one of them is your friend, get some new friends. Oh, wow. I'm slowly starting to believe the story with the phone.
The phone?
Yeah.
I can definitely believe that story.
But I actually quite believe Steve as well.
I do. I
wow.
think Steve's plausible.
I think that's the sort
They
of...
do look like a couple, look.
Oh, so you believe the caravan story?
Yeah.
So do you think they're all true?
I believe them all.
I think that the pose of death that Steve struck, I think, is very much his sense of humour.
Yeah.
He did one pose and you believe him. I did about 7. I do not believe any of them.
That was the problem.
Yeah. If you had to decide...
I would go for Lee's story.
You'd go for Lee's.
Yeah.
You think it's Shazia.
Yes.
I think it's Steve. So I might have to just go with what I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
OK, we'll go Steve.
Right. Louise, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Louise, and I thought I'd discovered Steve's corpse.
Yes, Louise is Steve's frightened friend. Thank you very much, Louise.